Born in Philadelphia in 1955, Kathleen Schipani was baptized at St. Clement Parish. She later attended St. Louis School, which was staffed by the Sister Servants of the Immaculate Heart of Mary. Within her home and school life, she witnessed a vibrant, living faith. As a member of the parish CYO, she learned about service and community. These early experiences laid the foundation for her religious vocation. While attending Archbishop Prendergast High School, Kathleen had her first encounter with youth with disabilities as she served at St. Edmund's School in Don Guanella Village. Working after school in summers as a camp counselor and lifeguard, she learned of the charism of Don Guanella and his desire to serve the poor and those with disabilities. These early volunteer and work experiences had lifelong impact. In 1973, Kathleen entered the Sister Servants of the Immaculate Heart of Mary, professing her vows in 1976. Her first mission as a fifth-grade teacher was at the Cathedral School of St. Thomas More in the newly formed Diocese of Arlington, Virginia. Bishop Thomas Welsh, a Philadelphian and Arlington's first ordinary, approached her with a stack of letters from parents of children with disabilities who had no access to religious education. He explained his dilemma with a question: what are we going to do about this? With his encouragement, Sister Kathleen initiated a catechetical program for this group of young people and began the recruitment of other catechists. Sister came back to Philadelphia in 1980 as an 8th grade teacher at St. Martin of Tours Parish, while coordinating a regional special religious education program for children with disabilities after school hours. At this time, she began graduate studies in special education and also met Father Anthony Russo, who ministered to the Catholic deaf community. Father invited her to learn American Sign Language and assist him with the religious education of deaf students who also had intellectual disabilities. In 1984, she was sent to the Cathedral of the Sacred Heart School in North Carolina, again teaching 8th grade while coordinating the parish special religious education program after school hours. Then, in 1987, her IHM community requested her to initiate the first parish Catholic school program for children with learning disabilities at St. William's School, Philadelphia. While administering this program, Sister also taught children who were deaf and began her postgraduate study at Gallaudet University to be certified in American Sign Language Study. In 1994, Camp Overbrook, the first summer camp for religious education for the deaf conducted in signs, started under her direction. Soon after, Sister Kathleen was appointed the Director of Religious Education for the Deaf Apostolate for the Archdiocese. In this role, she coordinated religious education units within each county and for the Pennsylvania School for the Deaf, while forming catechists to work with deaf children. In 2012, Sister Kathleen became the director of the Office for Persons with Disabilities and the Deaf Apostolate. Working with Father Russo and Monsignor Paul Doherty, she oversees retreats and other faith opportunities for the Catholic deaf community. She coordinates interpreters for Sunday liturgy, sacraments, and faith formation opportunities throughout the Archdiocese, and teaches American Sign Language and deaf culture. To this day, she continues to serve as a catechist for deaf students. Sister Kathleen has served on the Education Committee and is chairperson of the National Catholic Office for the Deaf. She helped to develop a series of teacher guides and videos in American Sign Language to prepare deaf youth for the sacraments of Eucharist and Reconciliation, as well as a unique DVD series in sign and featuring a cast of deaf actors for the Sacrament of Confirmation. Presently, she serves as chairperson for the Board of Directors of the National Catholic Partnership on Disability and was recently invited to the Vatican to participate as a delegate at the Living Fully Symposium sponsored by the Pontifical Institute on Culture. This symposium brought practitioners from throughout the world to discuss theology and its pastoral implications with persons with disabilities. For her advocacy related to the access and inclusion of persons with disabilities in church life and within society, Sister Kathleen was honored as Person of the Year by the Deaf and Hard of Hearing Council of Southeastern Pennsylvania and has also received the Mayor's Commission on Persons with Disabilities Access Achievement Award from the City of Philadelphia. Her partnership with archdiocesan offices has allowed for meaningful cooperation for the pastoral care of persons with disabilities. The collaborative relationship with the Office of Catechetical Formation and the Association of Parish Directors, Coordinators, and Administrators of Religious Education has been most effective, particularly in working on projects and ongoing professional development of catechists and directors of religious education, in welcoming and including children with disabilities in parish religious education programs. Outside of Philadelphia, she is recognized for her expertise in the field of catechetics and intellectual disabilities, and presents workshops across the country and Canada on access and inclusion in parish religious education programs. Animated by her IHM charism of love, creative hope, and fidelity, Sister Kathleen strives to radiate joyful service and compassion to all whom she serves. In the midst of her many roles, and at her very core, she remains a catechist at heart who strives to echo the teachings of the gospel and through her person invites others to a relationship with Jesus Christ. For her work in the field of catechesis, the 2017 Paul VI Award is presented to Sister Kathleen M. Schipani, IHM.